What's up guys, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and this is the brand new Realme 8 Pro, a device that will be retailing for just £279 here in the UK, and I think you'll be very impressed by what this offers for that price point. Big thanks to Realme for sponsoring this video, and also for a bit of a surprise which you'll be learning about later on. I'm actually winking, but I have my sunglasses on so you can't see. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what it has to offer. So as you saw, not only do you get a case included out of the box, but you also get a charger. Not any old charger as well, this is a Super Dart 50-watt charger. And remember, there's lots of devices right now that are priced over £1,000 which do not include a charger. The Realme 8 Pro does come with one included. Right, now let's take a look at the design. So you can see here we've got the tagline, Dare to Leap. This is the infinite blue color, but there's also an infinite black as well as a punk black version available. And we've got a very interesting texture here at the back. It's made using an AG crystal process, and it results in something that feels very grippy, but also doesn't attract fingerprints. Look at that, absolutely love that. And it's also super slim. At its thinnest point, it is just 8.1 millimeters, and it weighs around 176 grams, which is very, very light, making this very comfortable to hold. Now, before we talk about the cameras, let's take a quick look at the display. So you'll notice that we've got an in-display fingerprint scanner, and this is a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, giving you deep blacks and very vibrant colors. It's also got a 180 Hz touch sampling rate, making it quite responsive, and a peak brightness of 1000 nits, which is very impressive for a device at this price. Now there's a punch out here at the front for the 16 megapixel front facing camera, but the main cameras that we need to talk about are at the back. We do have a primary 108 megapixel camera. That makes this one of the most affordable smartphones with a 108 megapixel sensor. The sensor is a Samsung HM2 sensor, and it has a sensor size of 1/1.52 inches, which is quite a bit larger compared to lots of other smartphones. We've then got an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera with a 119-degree angle of view. And then we've got two bonus cameras. There is a black and white sensor, which is going to help with portraits, as well as a macro camera. Now, generally with the primary 108 megapixel camera, you will be using a process called pixel binning, which will combine 9 pixels into one, and that will give you the best for your images. But if you do want to shoot at that full 108 megapixels, you will be able to do so and capture all of that detail. Now, with that larger sensor size, you also get improved low light photography with the combination of smart ISO, pixel binning, AI image noise reduction, and automatic dead pixel removal. The Realme 8 Pro will give you some great low light results, but as well as that, you have 3 times in sensor zoom. So taking advantage of this larger size sensor, the Realme 8 Pro can use only those 12 megapixels of the 108 that are enlarged to generate the image clarity algorithm, and 8 pictures can be quickly shot at once and then be synthesized and output to further improve the sharpness. We've also got a tilt shift mode, which gives you the optical illusion of seeing regular sized objects as miniatures. And this is a feature that we're starting to see on smartphones these days, but the Realme 8 Pro is one of the first to have tilt shift time lapse video. So you'll be able to get miniature video over a time lapse, and especially if you get to a high point, you'll be able to get some very interesting results. Now let's take a look around the device. So at the top, we've got a mic. On the right hand side, we've got a power button as well as the volume rocker. On the left hand side, we have a SIM card tray. Now this tray has space for 2 SIM cards, so you can have 2 SIM cards active at the same time, but you can also have a micro SD card on top of the 2 SIM cards, so you can have all 3 at the same time. At the bottom is a USB Type-C port, there's a speaker, and we also have a 3.5mm headphone jack, something else which we really don't see much of these days. Now internally, this is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G chipset, which is a very respectable chipset for this price point, and it should be fine for most use. And along with that, you get 8GB of RAM with 128GB of storage here in the UK. Now remember, you can expand that storage too. For the battery, we do have a very large 4500 mAh battery, which should get you through the day absolutely fine. But remember, we do have the Super Dart 50-watt charger, and that will give you a full charge from 0 to 100% in just around 47 minutes. To get to around 50% charge, it'll only be around 17 minutes. Now let's talk about the software. So the Realme 8 Pro is one of the world's first devices to come with Realme UI 2.0 out of the box. Now Realme UI gives you over 100 customizations. I'm obviously not going to go through every single one of those in this video, but some of the highlights for me are the 3 styles of dark mode, depending on your preference, 3-finger swipe down for screenshots, as well as the private safe where you can have images, videos, documents behind an additional password to make them even more secure. So the Realme 8 Pro will be available from the 31st of March here in the UK, and as mentioned, it will be retailing for just £279. What do you guys think of the Realme 8 Pro? Definitely drop me a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Now Realme have also sent me a few additional boxes, so let's have a quick peek and see what they've sent. Okay, so these are just a few of the boxes that Realme have sent me. Let's see what they've sent. So I guess I have quite a few spare Realme 8 Pros. I don't even know how many because there are more boxes. I guess I'm just gonna have to share them with you guys, right? Of course I'm gonna share them with you guys. I'm not gonna keep them all for myself. I mean, what am I gonna do? Like build a wall? Actually, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, guys, details of an upcoming massive giveaway will be in a future special video. If you want to see that first and make sure you don't miss out, then subscribe and hit that bell icon so you are notified as soon as it's live. And that's it from me for this video. What is your favorite Realme 8 Pro feature? Drop that down in the comments below, and also smash that like button if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.